Good morning, good morning, good morning, North Forkers. How are you? Isn't it such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day? I don't even care if it's going to rain. It just looks beautiful. And it's my birthday, so yay! I guess you'll have to put up with it, me being excited. Hi, Lauren. How are you? Good morning. Are you as excited as I am? Because I'm super excited. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Tracy. Good morning. How are you? Happy birthday to you. They actually have this song in India, so I'm singing it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sunita. Happy birthday to you. I mean, it's an actual song, people. I don't even have to change my name for that. So, hello, everyone. I keep requests for everyone to join, but it's not accepting it. Hi, good morning. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Tracy. Good morning.
Happy
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Oh my God, I've been singing all morning.
birthday! I've been enjoying your singing. That's quite adorable.
You
And
want me
that's a real song?
off key in the shower? I got it. Do you see Lauren? I thought I accepted her join request, but I don't see her yet.
I did see her join the thing. Let's see if I can send her story petals.
Because I had to do it a couple of times this morning. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it says Story Petals is watching, so she's here.
Hi,
Hi, Kristen.
maybe she's
Hello. Hi, ladies.
singing. Maybe I'll just keep singing.
Happy
Well,
birthday.
thank you. Thank you, Kirsten. And welcome. Is it Kirsten or Kristen?
Kirsten.
Kirsten.
Or
All right.
Kirsten, but yeah.
All right. Lauren says she's here.
I
Lauren,
know, but for some reason she can't get on. It's not me. I said yes. I let her in.
try to tap on her. Try to tap on like the little video thing. Let me see if I can do it. Hold
I
on.
did. I tried
Up
again.
there she
Oh,
goes.
there she
There
is.
you are.
Yay.
Hey,
Yay.
ladies.
Hi,
Now
Lauren.
I'm off.
Hey,
Oh.
Kristen.
You
Hi.
guys, I just learned something new. I just want to tell you, tech-wise, for anyone
Yeah.
who's watching and for us, I didn't know that you could turn your camera off. Like, on a Zoom, you can turn your camera off if you have to, like, run and go to the bathroom or whatever.
That's the only example. That's the only example.
And I've always been like these lives, like I gotta make sure I go to the bathroom before we start, and I gotta have all my drinks here, and I gotta. So you can actually hit your little camera button and turn your camera off if you need to. So this is news to me. I'm very excited that if I need a pee break, I can take one.
Okay,
Good to
back to
know.
my birthday, people. Enough of the people.
Happy birthday, Sunita.
Thank you. This is my public service announcement. I have arranged for fireworks everywhere so everybody can enjoy my birthday. So enjoy, people.
Wonderful.
How's everyone doing? I mean, I am loving this weather. It's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it cools down with the rain. I love it.
Yeah, it's great summer weather.
Yeah. What is today? Going to be hot? Going to cool down? I have no idea. It doesn't look like a beach day.
It's a rainy
No.
day. My hair is not having it. The humidity,
Mm.
something fun, guys.
I'm going with the wild hair every day. So
I
Kristen,
hear
your hair
you.
looks so beautiful.
I sleep in braids every night, and so normally they go back in a braid or a pony or a hat, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll keep it a little wavy for the ladies before I
Oh,
go
I
out
love
into the
it.
gardens again.
just love
Lovely.
It's looking great. All right.
Thank
I want to hear
you.
all about this garden thing.
Yeah.
I think everybody's newfound passion in the pandemic, right? Everybody's spending
Yes.
yard. So this is so perfect. I'm so excited you're here today. So tell us about what you do and how you can help our garden.
Yeah, sure. So Yard Crop was founded in fall of 2020. We really kind of out of a passion to help people grow their own food and to learn about what's happening in our region with all of these farmers who are working so hard day in and day out to make delicious produce for us all to eat. And so we had a few friends originally and then clients, and now we're so blessed and really excited that the response has been so great. But we do everything and anything, so we can help you design your garden, we build it, we help plant, and we also can maintain. So we could do all of those things or just one or two of those things. It really is totally customizable. And we use raised beds as our technique so that we can do a square foot gardening method, which is high density in a small space. It also allows for like less weeding because you're able to see the plants so clearly when they're so perfectly placed in the grid. And it's great because you're able to plant exactly what your family needs. So you're not going to have 100 carrots, you're going to have 12 when you're ready to eat them. And yeah, so that's kind of the main gist of our services. We are also expanding into doing like side projects for some of our clients. Like one client really wanted a perennial herb garden, so we've just finished putting that in right near her raised beds. And so it's really just totally up to what each family and each client is looking for.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
is it only like vegetables and herbs, not flowers?
So good question. So we see it all as a symbiotic relationship in the garden. Flowers are so incredibly important. I wanted to go outside and show you my flower garden that's in containers right now, but the neighbor's lawnmower is here, so if it stops, then I'll go out. But the pollinators are so important for vegetable gardens, right? We want the bees and butterflies and any really buzzing insects that are going to travel from fruit to fruit and flower and to pollinate all of the cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers. So we love attracting them with flowers. So every single one of our gardens has a flower component. And it's, yeah, if they don't, then we also do cut flowers. So we have one client in Greenport, and she really wanted one bed that was entirely for cut flowers. So we planted sunflowers and cosmos and snapdragons and dahlias and zinnias, and it's such a fun way of mixing in edible landscape with really pretty landscape too.
Yeah. So what is your background? Like, how did you get started in this?
So my background is like not at all in gardening. It's more out of passion. My background is actually in public relations and poetry, and but I'm from South Florida, so we always gardened when I was growing up, and it was always a passion for me. Ironically, one grandfather was in the produce business, and then another grandfather was a doctor who was a really avid gardener. So I got into it through that, and then my husband Paul. He grew up doing raised garden beds with his father. So it's really out of passion. And we've done a few courses. Oregon State has a master gardener program we did. And the beauty of it is that anyone can garden. And I feel like that's part of our mission, is that we really want to prove that whether you have a garden that has 10 raised beds in it, or if you have an area that has 6 big planters, anyone can do it and try it. And it's really accessible to find so many great gardeners out there, whether it's on Instagram or on YouTube, and there's just always something to learn. So it's a really cool process to constantly be learning from your garden and learning from the plants that you choose. Every season you learn something different, and it's a really fun project to have.
That's so
What I
amazing.
love about what you're offering is I'm totally a newbie gardener, because in the past I have killed cactus, but now I'm getting a little better. And but what I love, what was one of the things when you said that, a client of yours wanted a perennial herb garden. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sign me up. You do it once, it'll come back every year.
Yeah, exactly.
So I like that you have different options depending on what the person is looking for. Um,
Yep.
the other thing I like is when you were talking, I feel like I just plant haphazardly in my garden. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. But just some thought process and what goes well together. And do you offer that
Mm-hmm.
as well? I mean, design
Yeah.
planning services, if you will.
Totally. So what we call that is our grow plan. So there's several stages within the process of working with us. So initially we would have a consultation, whether it's phone or in person, whatever you're comfortable with, and we would learn about your garden goals. So how much you're looking to grow, what you're looking to grow. We would then send you our crop menu, and you would choose your favorite types of vegetables, herbs, fruits, and we would figure out how much space you need to plant those things. And from there, we actually provide you with a really cool, we get all nerdy in our Excel sheets and make grids of how the square foot gardening looks. So we literally tell you there's 12 seeds that go in this square for kale, or there's 16 seeds that go in this one for radish. And, it also helps us to map out for companion planting, which is really important. So you want to be able to plant your tomatoes with marigolds to, attract the right type of bugs and deter certain pests that might be eating your tomatoes. And cucumbers and cherry tomatoes go really well together. So little things like that, it's so important to pay attention to. So when we do the square foot gardening method, we're able to do that through the grow plan.
Is that something you learned in your math class?
Yeah, so that's like, yeah, so I actually learned that there's a book, this guy, Mel Bartholomew, he's super old school. And I think it came out in the late 70s, early 80s, and it's called Square Foot Gardening. And so Paul, my husband, has like one of the original editions from his father. So, about, I guess, 7 years ago, we read the book and just kind of really fell in love with the method because it just makes so much sense. So that's where we learned most of that.
How long have you guys been in business?
Only since fall 2020, we've been in business. So we've been doing our own garden and then helping friends with gardens for about 7 years. But only like really hustling and being in the gardens for clients for, since fall 2020.
That's fantastic. And then much like chefs, when they go to the restaurant, they cook all day, and the last thing they want to do when they get home is actually cook at home. Do you garden as avidly at home still, now that the business is taking off and you're in everyone else's homes?
I know, right? So it's pretty funny. Like I definitely have garden envy for some of my clients. Some of my clients have these like beautiful gardens. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at these tomatoes. These are going to be so good, But our house, so on a personal note, we, right before the pandemic, we went under construction on our house that we bought 7 years ago. We're like, oh, great time to do construction. So anyway, so we had to get rid of our personal garden, and now we won't be able to build our vegetable garden until probably fall when it's easier to clear out a new area to build our garden. So right now I just have my cut flower garden, and I did plant a little herb container. So I have some herbs and some edamame growing in that. But the one thing about the North Fork is the deer and the rabbits. So unless you have deer fencing, which we don't have around our entire property, you can't really do the vegetable garden. So until we can build our new fence, I don't have my own garden, which is pretty ironic. But
So
in some ways, it's a blessing.
Right.
Question based on that. I'm assuming when you say raised bed, in my mind, I'm picturing the traditional wood, raised bed garden things. But for some of us that don't have the option either for space or, like you said, the deer will come eat everything, do you have alternate container solutions or ideas that people can incorporate or that you can help with? Or
yeah, so for instance, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. After this, I'm going to a new client's house, and they don't have deer fencing around their property, but they have deer fencing around their pool with a big pool deck. And it's actually, it's right off the kitchen. So he's like, let's try to do something on the pool deck. And it's the first season that they're going to be planting. So we're going to be experimenting with just using really large farm baskets to plant into those and see how that goes. So yeah, we try to be as flexible as possible. And so it really depends on the client. I'm also a huge fan of in the attic, and I really want to go over there like as much as possible because I feel like they constantly have these cool bathtubs and sinks. So I'm looking for a client who wants a fully upcycled garden because I think that would be really neat to use sinks and bathtubs and old basins and be able to plant in there.
Last year at White Flower Farmhouse, we had this wrought iron bed, and someone was like, we're actually going to put it into our garden next year. And so I saw a photo of it, and it just looks so cool. I absolutely love an upcycled garden. It's like my absolute favorite. I want to go to someone else's because the upkeep just feels like a lot, but I just they are just my favorite.
It's so cool. I know. I told Lori, I was like, keep in mind any
Yeah.
beds. I need
Yes.
trellises.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
I actually have a wrought iron bed I'm about to sell. So I should send you a
Ooh.
picture.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
You
bought
should,
it. I
Tracy.
thought I was
Thank you.
in the attic, and now it doesn't fit. So I'm going to sell it. But I want to
Oh,
know, how do your
okay.
clients traditionally find you?
So with our first year, we wanted to be, really methodical and not overwhelm ourselves. So it's really just been through word of mouth and Instagram. And then we were really honored that the North Forker wanted to learn about what we're doing. So they featured us. And but really, it's just been through Instagram, our website, and word of mouth.
So
Yeah.
how can our followers, listeners help you? Is it share your Instagram posts? How can they support you?
Yeah, sure. Share my posts locally. If there's North Forkers around here who want to get involved in gardening and want to learn, we're hiring. I think like everybody else in the country and in the North Fork, it's been really hard to find labor, and you don't really even have to have a ton of experience because we love teaching. So we're looking for people who would be interested in helping with planting, maintaining, and even building if you're into carpentry. So yeah, I guess that's a more literal, like physical way. But yeah, I guess share our posts or ask questions on our posts or comments. I love like learning what people are interested in learning about when it comes to gardening. So
I just
probably a
had
good
an
way.
idea. We should do
Mhm.
a North Fork affair. You should ask all your clients, can we do a garden tour of all the yard crop gardens?
Ooh,
That would be
love that.
cool.
That would
That
be
could be
fun.
fun.
I could
Yeah.
offer like a little tea cookie or something at each location, and then they get to walk around, and you can talk about what you did, and maybe
That could
Progressive
be
party.
fun.
Right.
Yeah, right.
To add on
I
to that,
like that.
even minded the tour included some of the farms and stuff where you can
yeah.
say the plants.
Yes,
I like that one. Oh, I like, just creative
totally.
process. There are so many
Hmm.
large, even wholesale farm nurseries,
Oh, yeah,
even if it's for planting purposes, because I don't know what I
totally.
like or what they're called. And
Yeah, I
I,
know. And we buy all of our plants locally from the farms out in the North Fork. So that's another way that we love being part of the community and learning from the farmers out here and buying plants that were born out here. So they'll hopefully thrive in the environment.
That's so fabulous. It's so great being out here. I feel like there's just so many resources for all of us, and it's just makes it
Totally.
one more point of like why it's just so awesome to be here in this community that we have. Um,
Definitely.
it's actually a perfect segue into our, the questions we ask everyone every week. Do you have a favorite winery or brewery that is your
Oh,
stomping ground?
so that's a tough one. There's so many. We are wine club members at Lieb, and we've been members there for a really long time, and love their wine, love the vibe there, and the staff is so great and knowledgeable. So I would say that's definitely my favorite winery. Although there's, you can't go wrong with like Croteau or Matabella or any of them really.
Oh, I love Matabella.
Yeah, and then brewery. I mean, I love the North Fork Brewery Collective of women who are doing really awesome stuff together, and I love that Greenport Brewery sells it, so that's the closest one for me. So we usually are there.
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And do you wake up early to go catch sunrises, or do you prefer sunsets? And do you have a local spot you want to share that, we can
Um,
do and
I
enjoy?
would I would love to be able to wake up early and catch the sunrise. I'm usually catching one of my children at that time. Um, but that's major goals, Sunita. I
Yeah.
like it.
Hey, I
Um,
did my time. Listen, I'm now. They're all moved on and gone. So
exactly.
I guess you're still doing your time.
You get it. You get it. Yeah, no, so I would say sunset. Goldsmiths Inlet has a special place in our heart. We rented there, years and years ago. And when we started camping out here in 2007, we would go there a lot. So I would say I love the sunsets at Goldsmiths Inlet.
So if you had to pick a favorite restaurant, which would you say?
Um, Favorite restaurant would be First and South. I love, yeah, Sarah has been a friend for a little while, and I just love the food there. I love the environment. Throughout the pandemic, I think they did an incredible job of being able to stay open and service the community in a really like trustworthy, safe way with awesome food and drinks. So I would say that like my heart definitely belongs to them for the restaurant. And I actually just did a really cool little herb garden dish for them right by their food truck that I installed this week. So if you next time you go there, you go check it out, and you could grab a little nibble of herbs or edible flowers.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna get rained out, but they have their movie tonight, I think.
I
The
know,
Jaws.
yes. That
Fingers
sounds
crossed. So if everyone
so
goes,
fun. The new Friday night movie.
Summer camp? Is that
summer
right?
camp.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
How do we all sign up collectively for that? I mean, that is the coolest genius idea they came up with.
So smart. I know. And
Check out
Thursdays
their-
they have tiki night, which is
Yes.
that's what Thursdays night is like our jam when we go. So
Same here.
Lauren,
It's fun.
no for live at summer camp or
yes.
Oh, Sarah's on the list. Don't worry. We're going to do a live from First and South, whether she likes it or not. I don't know if she'll be
Yeah.
awake, but
Exactly.
I'll be there.
That sounds good. Now, you're the perfect person to answer this because you're growing and helping everybody grow foods. But what about, do you ever, if you need to pick food from a farm stand, are you going?
So I would say we live right near Deep Roots, and we're friends with them. We buy a lot of our plants from them, and I'm absolutely addicted to their tomatoes and their eggs. So I would say that that's definitely my favorite farm stand. I just love the variety that they have there, and we don't eat a ton of meat, but if we do eat meat, it's nice to know exactly where it's coming from. So I would say we love Deep Roots.
I don't eat meat, but when I do, it's Deep Roots. It's like a commercial.
I don't know what it is. It's like a pie crust, not a pie crust. I guess like a cheap pizza crust, but then it has either meat on it or vegetables in it. I'm not even sure what it's called, but they have it there sometimes, and I want to try it. I'm wondering if anyone has tried it.
It's really good, really good.
There was a vegetarian version of it too, I think.
Yes, there is one with just vegetables and cheese. That's super yummy. Yeah.
And I know
their summer squash is coming out now too, which is like one of the best. Like you slice it and they look like little flowers, and you could top it with sauce and pizza and put it on the grill. It's so good.
Balsamic glaze on it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He posted a beautiful picture of the little heart. Well, it's not little, it's big on their barn. I mean, just thinking about that place is so cute. I love that picture you took because I never even stopped to pause. But now that for your picture, Tracy, every time I pull in there, I look up. And
it's so pretty.
Easily miss it if you're not paying attention, right? Because you're looking down.
Totally.
Looking for those eggs. 11 o'clock, they get out there, and I am ready.
It's true.
It's like usually me and like 4 older gentlemen who are like waiting, and I'm just like, I will take you down.
Definitely. Two dozen limits are for a reason.
Exactly.
Lauren, you have like a very strong North Fork morning routine. Like I feel like you should have a show of just about like your yard sales and then your farm stands. You got it down in the morning, and it's all done by 8. I love it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm done. I've already went like 4 yard sales this morning. We're done.
Let's not forget, she's also catching her kids in the middle of all that. Like I don't know how that's happening. Are you done?
It's because she gets up at 5 a.m. So if she's up at 5, I'm up at 5.
Are you done moving? Because that's going on in the side too.
Yes, I know. Kristen and I were moving. We're all moving at the same time.
It doesn't look like you're moving. Look at your beautiful background already.
You're in the new
I'm
place.
settled. Yes, I'm definitely here. We're rearranging furniture on the regular. I'm just like, is that where we're gonna put our couch? My poor husband. He's like, really? We're gonna move it again? We've been here for 2 weeks. Moved it 3 times. I'm not sure yet.
Find it once it's in the right spot. You'll know it. You'll know it for sure.
I know you just rearranged your office, Tracy, but.
Well, yes, but now I'm gonna move it again because once the beach barn, I have to stop from the garage. Once the beach barn is done, then that will become my office, and we will do.
I didn't realize you changed, or you officially named it Beach Barn, because I feel like I'm following along, and I missed that update.
I took like a poll, and then I'm really bad at follow up. I have to say, I work on. I never announced it. But with the direction it's going, I think Beach Barn is the way it's going to go. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. Beach Barn.
Barn. Yes. And actually, I really hope to host very small gatherings there. Don't tell my association here. But I just mean like, you know, the conversations that I've been trying to have on Clubhouse and just like bring them to the community and kind of like self-help, self-knowledge, you know.
That's awesome.
Have like a group of people that come together once a month and we kind of talk about those things. And I can host them in there because it'll be big enough. I'll have this big farm table that we can all sit around and we can eat yard crop vegetables.
I was gonna say, I feel like planting is so therapeutic, and I feel like it's a form of meditation.
Therapy. Absolutely,
right?
Totally. Garden therapy is very real.
Can I bring my belated birthday cake there so we can eat that? back to my birthday again, people.
I know. What kind of cake are you having?
I have no idea. I'm in the process of moving too, so I'm not even sure where the cake is or where it's coming from. But I'm a crazy woman. I celebrate all month long. I have lunch with some of my
fun.
Brunch on Monday. I have dinner. So there's going to be cake going on for a long time. So I don't know when this beach barn will be ready, but I'm definitely bringing cake there.
Sunita's ready, is what she's saying.
I'm ready. Well, this new guy is making good progress. I watched the stories, so.
He is. Yep. So things are happening.
Good.
That's awesome.
Had to sum up in one sentence for our non-NoFo viewers here. Why do you love living on the North Fork?
I would say, you know, I think beyond just the super supportive community that exists, I think it attracts like the best type of people, but just the fact that you could do so many different things, the topography, the geography, you could always find something new. You know, I even just saw a list of like all the different lighthouses in Southold town. And I'm like, wait, I've never heard of that one. How is that possible? You know? And so I think there's just lots to discover. I love the history. So it's between the history, the farms, the beaches, you know, the wineries. I think there's just so much to love.
So much to love. Agreed.
And the history, I think, I'd say the history is a really big part of the draw to the North Fork that I think a lot of people don't even realize when they come out here for the weekend or just for a day trip. You know, it's like one of the oldest towns in all of New York and in all of the country. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
On that note, actually, so I'm like promoting White Flower Farmhouse like crazy today, but she has a sale with Lucas in Greenport, and that house is the oldest house in Suffolk County.
I was there last night.
Oh, you did go?
I didn't even know it.
It's if you haven't gone, the sale's 3 days, so it's all weekend.
You have to go see this house.
You have to go see this house. I mean, even if you don't go for the art sale, but you should, because the stuff is amazing. I got the cutest little linen napkins. Oh my God, yes. But the house itself is fantastic. So you're in for a treat if you go, and it's right on Main Road in Greenport, right east of Peconic Landing.
It's like across from Sterling Cemetery, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's I went last night because Lori, you know, helping me try to find some stuff for our house, and oh my gosh, so cool. Yeah. Well, it's so nice speaking with you, ladies. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. I think you're in the right place in the North Fork and probably at the right time, because everybody since last year has been focusing on their garden and stuff. So, you know, for everyone watching, please follow Kristen,
thank you.
Yard crop, right? Mm-hmm. And I know personally, I'm looking forward to, you know, getting more ideas. And once I'm fully settled in, you know, towards that perennial herb garden.
Got her name on it.
Well, I want the cut. What'd you call it?
The cut flower garden.
Flower garden. I've been sitting here going like, where could I put that?
Outside the beach barn.
You just need sunshine. Yeah.
Boxes, window boxes all around those windows that are going in there.
That would be cool.
Stephanie Shep asked, what's your website?
It's yardcropnofo.com.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. Enjoy the fireworks that I arranged for my birthday. It's my birthday.
Happy 4th, everyone.
Happy 4th.
You too. Happy birthday.
Thank you for July.
Bye.
Thank you, Kristen.
Bye,
guys.
Bye.